2 years ago, the family of a man who died in Williamson County Sheriff's Office custody learned what happened in a case that sparked indictments, a new state law, and the county's biggest legal settlement ever.
Tonight, for the first time since reporting by the KVUE defenders revealed the death of Javier Ambler, his parents are opening up about the aftermath. Here's senior reporter Tony Plohetsky.
Brian and Quita, when we first met Javier and Maritza Ambler, they hardly knew anything about what happened to their son. Today, they are fighting for justice while still grieving his loss.
Javier, is somebody that I think about every day. His presence is still there with me.
For a year after the death of Javier Ambler in March 2019, his parents only knew that their 41-year-old son died in the custody of Williamson County Sheriff's deputies.
Obviously, they were trying to keep it under the rug.
The only video of his final moments remains secret, with then Williamson County Sheriff Robert Chody and others fighting to keep it and other details from the public. It showed Ambler shouting that he could not breathe, as deputies used tasers on him following a chase that started because he did not dim his headlights. To this day, his mother won't watch it.
I don't want to remember my son the way, it was presented. Whatever happened to him, that's not the image that I want to keep in my mind. The image that I want to keep in my son is who he was.
I watched the video, but there's parts where I have to close my eyes. He says, and he's not a disrespectful person, and the video says, please, please.
Put your hands behind your back.
In June 2020, just as a national movement of police reform started after the murder of George Floyd, the KVUE defenders obtained the only video of what happened.
Flat on your stomach. Flat on your stomach. Flat on your stomach. Flat on your stomach.
We now know that whatever happened started because Javier failed to dim his headlights.
This is the first time I'm hearing about that.
Ambler's death immediately sparked outrage from Williamson County
Ambler should still be alive
to the state capitol and raised questions about the role of reality TV in policing. That night, crews from the show Live PD were filming deputies J.J. Johnson and Zach Camden on patrol.
Just because of what they think was fun, or maybe some kind of fame, or just, they continue doing what they were doing.
In subsequent months, former Sheriff Robert Chody and Assistant County Attorney Jason Nassour were indicted on charges of evidence tampering for what officials allege was their role in destroying Live PD footage, a charge they deny. A grand jury also indicted deputies Johnson and Camden on manslaughter charges, the criminal cases bringing a measure of comfort to his parents.
They're no longer there to impose the authority that they felt they have because they had a badge. They're nobody right now. I don't know what they're doing, or what kind of life they're living, but they're not in that seat that they were. That's the justice that I'm getting right now.
Javier Ambler Sr. says he is eager for the cases to see a courtroom.
I'm buy a few ties and a few white shirts, and every time they have the trial, I'm planning on being there.
State lawmakers last year also banned reality TV shows from partnering with Texas law enforcement. And in December, Williamson County settled a lawsuit with the Amblers for $3 million, the highest it has ever paid to end a civil case.
Money can go anytime. Just as fast as you get it, it can go. But the fact that they no longer have that authority to be there to do whatever they were doing before, that's what makes me feel good.
2 years later, the Amblers say they still grapple with what happened to their son and confront the emotional toll every day.
When it's time for a dinner, his plate is there. And where he normally sits, that's where his plate is.
Maritza Ambler says she begins each day with the same rituals to remember her son.
I keep a candle lit in which I do pray for him, for his soul. I just want to let him know that, yeah, you may be gone, but you're not forgotten.
There are no trial dates set for the deputies nor former Sheriff Robert Chody and the Assistant County Attorney. Each deny wrongdoing in Javier Ambler's death. For the KVUE Defenders, Tony Plahetsky, KVUE News.
Thank you, Tony. The cases for all 4 defendants in this case could go to trial as early as this fall, but that may not happen until next year.